Yeah, so basically there are two types of law that can be applicable in a state. One, common law deals with court decisions, so you will have a court case that establishes a right or, establishes, we hear of cases like Roe v. Wade, and there's law that comes out of those cases that you have to follow, and that's called common law, as opposed to, every state and the federal government has a legislature, and that legislature creates laws, usually called statutes, or that are on the books that also have to be followed in that state. So your law can develop from common law, which is when a court decides a case, or it could develop from statutory law, is when that state legislature, House of Representatives, Senate, or whatever you have in your particular state, writes a bill, they vote on it, governor signs it, and then it becomes law.
So in this particular instance, even if Prince had a will, because there was no case or older case, or like you said, common law, and there's no statute where he was domiciled, which was Minnesota, where he lived,
Right.
His estate couldn't sue someone for using his likeness to make money.
That's what I would say, yes. I would
Okay.
agree with that statement, but again, if they use his likeness or name in connection with one of his creative works that were covered by copyright, because the term for copyright lasts beyond death, so copyright lasts 70 years after the death of the author, so you still couldn't use his creative works, but yeah, presumably, because in a will you can't leave a right that doesn't exist, so if Minnesota didn't have that,
Well, you have the right when you were alive. You just don't have the right
it just expires
when you die.
Right.
So then let's talk about.
And one thing I want to point out real quick, though, under the statute, is the statute would be retroactive for people who died prior to enactment of the statute. So it would, even though it would be enacted after Prince's death, it would still cover his estate.
So then let's